Welcome to episode 3 of Let's Have Words. Hey, Mom, I made it. I'm Jonathan Stone, and this podcast is produced by Forerunner. If you have any questions about getting involved with this show or having content produced by Forerunner, please contact us on Facebook or email us at info@forerunner.tv. This week's episode is once again brought to you by Duke Cannon. Duke Cannon is a purveyor of superior quality grooming goods for the hardworking man. Duke Cannon products are made in the good old US of A, and this company supports and benefits our veterans. We like that. Check out DukeCannon.com and enter my code BBLHW for Let's Have Words. BBLHW for 10% off of your purchase. I'm still ecstatic that we have that code. The first code was silly.
So silly.
It was so silly.
What was the first code?
It was like BB emoji QL.
You had to prove you weren't a computer by entering it.
That sounds like
Hit a new caption right after you get
Yeah, it was horrible.
that sounds exactly like something a computer would say. Like
Yeah.
BBB just at symbol.
Yeah, it was like working directly with Elon Musk's BBLL4.
I am human, I promise.
Elon.
Do what?
It was Elon.
Elon Musk? I don't know, man.
Great, now we got him on our back.
Yeah, gosh, we're already canceled. Quick reminder. Well, Mom, I didn't make it. Quick reminder, please like, share, and comment, and subscribe on whatever platform it is that you are listening on. As of now, you can find us on Spotify, Google Pods, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and others. Definitely check out the video version on YouTube as well. So let's hop right into this. My guest today is a very near and dear friend. He's been in my corner since the day I met him. Donovan Kirkpatrick is an up-and-coming star, and I mean that. I mean it. He's been featured on national commercials. He's making a name for himself in Nashville, Tennessee, but he grew up and got started right here in the Bowling Green, Kentucky area. He's super talented, and what do you say? Let's have words with Donovan Kirkpatrick. Sup?
Why do you have sunglasses on?
Because I'm looking at you and your future's bright.
Right. From this angle, it looks like it says thick booty.
Oh my God.
It says thick body wash, but it looks like it says thick booty.
We're getting started real quick, y'all. We just jumping right in. Man.
Forget going to the gym.
No,
Just lather this.
Yeah, lather this up and never do a squat again,
Never do a
baby.
squat again.
You're never gonna do a squat again.
It makes me think of Tropic Thunder. You seen Tropic Thunder?
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
like 14 years ago.
He's got like the booty sweat.
Oh,
That's his energy drink that he's drinking.
I
It's like,
hate
it's
you.
Like, sure is hot in this jungle. Good thing I brought this booty sweat. He's like pitching his stuff. That's
what is
exactly
wrong
what
with
it
you?
was.
I mean, I like Duke Cannon products.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't necessarily think that I immediately would have thought booty on the back of that bottle. I can see why you would have, though.
You got me a Duke Cannon gift when I was in your wedding. Thank you.
I got you the soap.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
got you a watch.
This is good stuff.
I give you a
gave
hug,
me watch.
too.
Yes, you gave me a hug.
Just
And a-
one.
And a place to sleep that day. That was
Oh,
great.
my gosh.
First, thank you for, that was very kind of you. The
What?
intro. Saying, about
Oh, I mean,
Rising Star and stuff like that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
thank you.
even.
That's very kind of you.
You
to say
don't
that,
owe
so.
me a thank you for that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I knew whenever I was kind of getting out of the acting thing and you were getting into it, I knew, oh my gosh, man, this guy's going to do everything that I didn't do.
I don't know about that.
Oh, whatever.
I appreciate it.
So what's new? We haven't seen each other in a little bit.
He's a lot better looking than you.
That's why the camera's on me and you're over there just jibber jabbing in the background.
Booba, thank you for that.
Don't listen to him.
We're already best friends. That's my man. Oh, that's my dog over there. Ride together.
Y'all are messed up. What's new? Tell me what's new while you're sipping your hot cup of coffee.
I know. What's new is, well, it's funny you said you in Nashville, Tennessee now. I've been there for going on 6 years. It's weird.
6 years?
Yeah, I know, man. It's
Doesn't
weird to
feel like
think
that.
I've been there that long. It literally seems like yesterday because I moved there and didn't know a soul. So I don't have any family, no relatives, no cousins, nothing in Nashville. So I just literally went there and didn't even know if I was going to be able to afford my rent because I went from
Acting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Acting.
I went from, $385 for everything to literally quadrupling that just with a roommate. And it's like
Good
Nashville's
Lord.
really expensive, but it's worth it. I'm so glad I moved there. I love the city. And so
Are you acclimating well to city life? Because you grew up just outside of Bowling Green, and you grew up in a place where you blink and you might as well just missed it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, the town I was burned. town I was born in.
Town I was burned in.
One time I was set on fire. Let me tell you that.
God.
The town I was born in, Burkesville, Kentucky. Yeah, I think it only does have one stoplight.
It probably also has like 3 people.
Yeah.
Does it have a McDonald's? They just got one.
No, you just read my mind. Like I base every city off of if it has a McDonald's.
Because you're actually a McDonald's fan, aren't
I'm
you?
a McDonald's
Junkie?
Absolutely. if you
Gross.
held a gun to my head and said, hey, you have to eat one restaurant for the rest of your life, McDonald's, wouldn't even think about it. Yeah.
Cut the feed.
And this is the thing. I love how people will judge you for liking McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's like I compare McDonald's to like Nickelback. So it's like everyone wants to hate on Nickelback, but everyone knows the lyrics to their songs.
Do you act?
So
All right.
it's like I bet you can tell me what a number 1 at McDonald's is.
I'm gonna guess here, I'm gonna go Big Mac meal.
Bingo, filet of fish. That's the sleeper at McDonald's.
Though,
filet of fish.
I'll
Yes,
tell
it
you
is.
right now.
I'm a 10-piece guy every time.
10-piece guy. Well, why not go to Chick-fil-A for a 10-piece?
No.
Because it's the $1.50 more.
Probably more than $1.50.
And it's real chicken. I
like-
want junk food.
I
dude.
like gelatin.
Yeah.
Gelatin,
Please
maybe.
Please tell me you've seen that video where the guy shows kids how he's like trying to convince kids not to eat fast food, and he shows them how chicken nuggets are made.
Oh no!
And then he goes, "Now, how many of you want chicken nuggets?" And all of them
Every
raise their hand.
single one. Yeah.
I want some chicken nuggets right now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It kills me when people get on that like high horse about McDonald's and like, oh, it's not real food and all this stuff. I'm
But
like,
they go to Subway.
Yeah. I'm like, first of all, it is real food. But like Jim Gaffigan has a great bit about McDonald's. And he says, you know what? Everybody has their McDonald's.
Yeah.
We all have something in our life that isn't necessarily edifying or isn't necessarily beneficial, but we do it because we enjoy it. Maybe your McDonald's is, getting a big, large Frappuccino every day before work, which is actually a milkshake. But you're telling yourself it's coffee. Maybe that's your McDonald's every day, So
Maybe it's getting blackout drunk every night.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I guess the point is everybody has their vice.
Exactly.
And
Everybody has their vice. Just leave people alone.
Yeah, as long as they're not hurting you, what's it really matter what their vices are? You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people. I'm not knocking McDonald's. I just personally, I don't love it. If I'm gonna go fast food, I like Chick-fil-A. I like Wendy's. Wendy's is a sleeper. That 4 for 4, baby. 4 for 4.
Can I get 4 for 4s?
Oh my God.
Wait, excuse me, sir? Yeah, 4 for 4s.
God. Could you imagine?
Bubba could eat 4 for 4s.
I could.
At 8 years old, I once put down 40 nuggets.
I don't doubt it.
What? All right. Right here, right now, somebody puts a tray of nuggets in front of you from your place of choice. How many can you eat? You can pick whatever dipping sauce you want. How many nuggets can you eat right now? If you had to put $100 on it, what is your over-under?
And also, I'll give you one more criteria. It's 5 p.m. and you haven't eaten anything that day. So
Okay.
this is your only caloric intake for the day.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, this is good.
What is considered a chicken nugget?
Oh my God, are you gonna be that guy?
Serious.
Fast food chicken fingers or
Oh, it
nuggets?
has to be fast food?
Yeah, you're not getting wings somewhere.
Wait, not chicken fingers. No.
So chicken nuggets.
It has to be chicken nuggets, yeah.
Okay.
Chicken fingers are
Because,
different.
Mr. B's
No.
borderlines between nuggets fingers.
No. I'm thinking like, all right, we'll even go this: McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, that style chicken nugget.
Hey, people sleep on Wendy's spicy nuggets.
All right, so how many
Amen.
are you eating? How many are you eating?
No.
Spicy nuggets?
It's 5 p.m. You haven't eaten anything all day.
60.
Yeah, clearing it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're clearing 60?
I don't know if I can do 60, but I'm gonna say 50. Yeah, but I'm gonna say 40 to 50. Yeah.
If you're not eating another side item, I guess that also changes.
yeah, no fries.
Who wants fries anyways?
Straight nuggets.
I could probably do. I'm going to say my over unders. I'm setting the mark at 40. I think 40.
All right.
I don't think I'm
not-
doing 60.
Fatties. I'm only like 20.
20.
Yeah, well,
He does CrossFit, though.
well, you know what they say about CrossFit.
It's a very good exercise if you want to get into it.
That's exactly what they say.
That's what they say.
That's exactly what they say.
It's a
What's
it's
your
a
number?
sport.
So you said 20, Swanson?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 20.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say 40 for myself. Booba said 60.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet it in the middle. I can clear 50 nuggets if it's like 5 p.m. I haven't eaten anything all day. I can clear
Wow.
50 nuggets probably. Yeah.
How did we get here?
A glass of water.
How did we get here?
So who's Donovan?
Yeah, who is this?
Yeah.
This is me. Dude, if you
This is us.
food, cereal.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
hey, I'll tell you guys one thing about this cat right here. If it comes to cereal or Little Debbie snacks, you never met somebody so passionate right now. When the Christmas tree cakes come out, this dude's all on Instagram like Christmas tree cakes are here, baby.
We text about it every year.
Or pumpkin spice, anything pumpkin spice.
We're
Yeah,
really basic.
I'm basically a sorority girl when it comes to pumpkin spice. I'm not kidding. So, all right,
Well, hold on a second. Can we go right back to the nuggets really quickly?
yeah.
We need some closure.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about the sauces. So
Yeah, what's your go-to sauce?
Jonathan always gives me grief because I'm a big Chick-fil-A sauce guy.
Oh my gosh.
And Jonathan's like, you got some barbecue sauce? You got some honey mustard? We'll just mix those two together, and that's what it is.
We had a 3-day-long argument about this, actually. I mean, I got a little heated. I was a little upset because I worked at Chick-fil-A, so don't tell me what I don't know. It's more than honey mustard and barbecue, Jonathan. Hey, you know exactly what it is?
Delicious.
It's honey mustard and barbecue.
So Chick-fil-A sauce and sriracha together on anything.
On anything?
I'm serious.
Okay.
See, I'm a big, when it comes to
Fried
chicken,
rice, get some fried rice.
now that sounds good.
Chick-fil-A sauce and sriracha, game changer.
That sounds good.
We're talking about hibachi style rice, fried rice. Oh,
Throw a little fried egg in there.
can endlessly eat that. Endlessly.
It's like when they douse it. Hey, do you want a little bit of the yum yum sauce? A little? Give me the tube. I hate when they do that.
Squeeze out like toothpaste.
Yeah, they put out like this little dollop of Daisy for you, and you're like, more?
They're like, here you go.
Hey, just give that here.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
There's a lot of chicken wars though now.
There are. So
Oh, chicken sandwich wars.
Oh, dude.
The-
Popeyes. Spicy
Yes.
chicken
I agree.
sandwich
I
is
did a
the
blind.
best.
I did a blind taste test with a bunch of people, and one person. I think it was a group of 9 or 10. One person picked Chick-fil-A. The others all picked Popeyes.
Bro, so I'm going to circle this back.
Okay.
Circle it back to
Let's bring it
McDonald's.
full circle.
Have you had McDonald's chicken sandwiches?
Yeah,
yet?
yes,
Hey.
I have, and it's great.
They are
It's
good.
great.
It's very good.
Great. The bun on that is so good. They do it. Man, hey,
They do it right.
McDonald's. I'm just saying, sponsor me. I'll put you on my Instagram. I am not too scared to put a sponsor post up.
No.
Not just that, you also got the fingers war, like
Yeah.
Zaxby's versus Cane's.
I still have yet to go to Cane's here in Bowling Green.
I have friends that are like religious Cane's.
Really?
Is it Josh?
No, it's my buddy Josue and
Okay.
my buddy Derek. They both are like
And they're
the biggest
Cane's people.
Cane's.
I've heard Cane's is good. I've heard it has more maybe more crunch, more flavor to it. Here's my thing about I'm gonna lose followers on this.
I guess we know we're going for lunch.
Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's. I've got a soft spot in my heart for Zaxby's.
Yeah.
The prices go up and the quality's going down. And I'm just gonna. It's time that we have that conversation. It's time that we have that conversation. I've got so many family members that are just like, oh, Zaxby's. Just give me some Tyson, baby.
And I feel like I love Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's.
I do too.
I also feel like is the service like is it lacking now too?
Well, we know who's never going to sponsor this. And you know what? Don't care. Why do we not care? Because Cane's is in our back.
Seriously though, like if whoever runs the organization of Chick-fil-A was to run everything, like
Yeah.
the world would be a better place.
I saw a
There.
post, and we try not to get political on here.
Yeah.
But did you see the meme circulating that said if Chick-fil-A ran the voting lines, it would be seamless?
Oh, 100%.
Imagine going and voting, and then you say thank you, and somebody goes, my pleasure.
Yeah.
And then you're out.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, really just make everything in the private sector and it would work better.
I once got in the line at Chick-fil-A at like 11:30 at the one on Campbell Lane.
Oh,
It was
God bless you for that.
easily the line wrapped around twice. 7 minutes
Yeah.
to my food.
That's crazy. To my food. 7 minutes was eating.
Good Lord.
You don't get that. If there was nobody in a Subway, you still wouldn't get your sandwich in 7 minutes. Like you're the only person in there, and somehow it still takes 10 minutes to get your sandwich.
I like Subway. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I do. So their meatball.
Well, there's people with taste and there's people without it, I guess.
But I'm not a snob. I'm from Kentucky. It's cool.
Ah.
The Subway off of Campbell Lane is actually pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Do you like Which Witch?
I do. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Which?
Which Witch.
Which?
You know, it took me forever to figure out why it was called Which Witch.
Same.
I'm an idiot, though. I mean, I get it.
What?
I know you're going to say something stupid here.
I'm still not on the know of that.
Okay, so which meaning which sandwich are you going to choose?
Oh, it's that simple?
Yeah.
I thought it was like something
Tell you.
more.
Well, but it's crazy because like nobody says which. Like, hey man, what do you want to eat today? I don't know, man, just a quick which, something simple.
If
and
somebody
easy.
told me that,
So
I'd be like, we're eating a woman?
yeah, like which?
I mean, I've heard Sammy before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sammy or sandwich, but
Sandwich.
not which. So I see what they're trying to make fetch happen. It's like Mean Girls, like stop trying to make which happen because nobody is saying that.
It's like Harrison saying a mem.
Oh, I wanted to punch him in the... And then, all right, I'm glad we're here. We had a family get-together for his graduation. We had a family get-together, by the way, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So I brought that up, and everybody there, Harrison was like, I bet everybody knows what a meme is. And I said, nobody's going to know what you're talking about. They're going to think you mean meme, or they're going to think you mean meemaw, which was our grandmother. Harrison gets up in front of everybody and goes, if I asked you guys what a meme was, what would you think? One of my cousin's friends goes, did you mean meme? And my mom literally goes, you mean meemaw? And I said, you owe me money for wasting my time. I said, how much is my time worth to you? He didn't give an answer. I said, well, I feel like it's $20.
That's great. That's
it made me
hilarious.
so mad. So mad. Oh, man.
God.
So,
Anyways.
Donovan, who are you?
Oh yeah, thanks.
Let's get back to that.
We were going to the sweets thing, the Little Debbie's and the
Oh, man.
cereal.
That is who he is.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of my friends will like give me grief about it. They're like, dude, how do you I'm in the health and fitness and stuff too. They're like, how do you do all that and eat all this food all the time? It's like, well, that's the thing is I don't eat it every day. Like you just see, that's why social media is not real life, folks. Shocker.
Wait, what?
I know, right? So you see something from somebody and it's like, oh, they must do that or feel that way every day or blah, blah, blah. No, it's just a snippet in time of someone's life. So I post, if I get like a new cereal that I love, I'll post about it.
Did you make one of the Magic Spoon?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
We need them to sponsor this. Magic
Yes.
Spoon. Magic Spoon, official request.
Yeah.
We would love for you all to be a sponsor.
Yes.
We would love to give you a shout out because your products are amazing.
Yeah, I bought the 4-pack, and for the macros that are in there, man, no sugar, loaded with protein, good taste, good flavor. I mean, I ate every box.
Do you have a favorite flavor?
Yeah, the fruity. Yeah, it tastes just like Fruit Loops. It's insane. I don't know how they did
gosh.
it. I don't know how they did it. I don't trust it. I'm not saying I trust you, Magic Spoon, but I'm saying I like you.
I don't gotta trust you, but I know I like you.
I don't trust chicken McNuggets, but I eat them.
That's
See how I brought that back? See how I brought that back?
This whole episode is just everything full circle.
Yeah.
If we don't get at least a McDonald's shout out, I'll be offended.
What I'm really thinking is next time you're back, we're gonna get like 5 different McDonald's items, and we'll blind taste and guess what they even are. Because I think that most people would probably know what it is they're eating from McDonald's.
100%.
And also, hey, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
if you go to McDonald's, do you know what you're getting? What about these people that are in the drive-thru? Like, hey, give me a second, I need to look at the menu. Hey, hasn't changed in 40
Not
years.
true. That is not true. Changes all the time.
You're crazy. Yeah, oh, they add the McRib once a year.
Bro, they tried spicy nuggets. Did you try their spicy nuggets? They have their own sauce, okay? Yeah, their McRib, you just said it. They just added 3 chicken sandwiches. They're trying stuff, man.
I think you're talking about like the value meals, like 1 through 10
I'm talking
doesn't
about
necessarily change
the
that
McDonald's menu.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be this hard, y'all.
Bro,
It
they
shouldn't
have
be.
4A, 4B, 4C now, bro.
Oh, it's been a while, I guess, for me.
crazy.
Maybe I'm the jerk.
Maybe you need to take your preconceptions somewhere.
Yeah. Don't you project onto me?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Don't you do that?
But when I see people in the drive-thru and then they get their little bag and it's like one little burger. All right, did you get it?
Yeah,
McDouble there.
Yeah.
Did you get a McDouble with fries?
McDouble.
Yeah, did you get your McDouble?
McDouble, man.
McDouble with fries.
Come on now.
And they're like, yeah, I got me a McDouble with fries. Why did it take 12 minutes to do that? That's my question. You've been going for 40 years now. All right.
Hey, I know what we should talk about.
Okay.
We should talk about your wedding.
Why?
Because that was such a fun time and a good memory for us.
A good mem.
Yeah, a good mem. And I got to see Todd.
Oh,
and
special shout out Todd Bratcher.
Todd Bratcher. Jennifer looked so beautiful that day. Got to meet a lot of her family and see your family.
It was so
just a
fun.
good time.
It was a great time, man.
Yeah.
I wish it hadn't. It was October. I wish it wasn't 100 degrees that day.
It was. Oh, I do remember that.
I sat in my car in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And I was miserable.
Yeah.
I was sweating. Oh, but I was
you had
happy.
some swass rocking.
He's so nasty.
Stains.
Some stains. Good Lord.
Set in a pool or what's going on there?
It was a great day. It was fun. I'm so glad you were a part of it.
And that's what I was getting at too. Like, just that you even asked me to be one of your groomsmen was awesome, man. Because me and Johnny, our story, like, we met years ago, worked together for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And life has just kept us together.
I
Like,
think-
I'd consider you a brother.
I agree 100%. You're one of my. You remember? You don't watch The Walking Dead much, do you?
Watched the first season. I was like a what's it called? A first adopter of The Walking Dead back in the day.
There's a scene where Rick and Daryl are sitting. Rick had just done something heinous to somebody, and Daryl's kind of like trying to talk him down or whatever. And Daryl had a brother in the show, and Rick technically, I think Shane would have been considered his brother.
Yeah.
And down the road, those two just got so close, and Rick looks over at Daryl because Daryl's been protecting his kid and all that. And he looks at him and says, "Hey, you're my brother." And that's like how I feel about you. Like, blood doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a lot for me, anyways, because I'm adopted. And so, I guess I just have a different conception or idea of what family is and stuff like. No, you're family to me,
sure.
like for real.
Yeah.
But no, I'm so glad you were a part of it. I couldn't imagine anybody else. I mean, I was so thankful that you were there. Thankful that you're here right now.
Right back at you, man.
This is fun.
Rocking it out. This is fun. We're being creative and we're doing the podcast thing. I love it.
Yeah. So tell me, do you have any projects in the works?
Yeah, a lot actually. Let me plug them.
Jeez.
Let me tell you where to go.
Somebody unplug him.
So I actually just wrapped 2 feature films that'll be coming out probably the end of this year. So
2 features?
Yeah, 2 features.
Were
yeah.
these shot in Atlanta, I'm guessing?
One was shot in Atlanta, one was shot in Knoxville.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did you like being around all that orange?
Oh, dude, I've got like pictures of Peyton Manning. Like, I've stayed at the Graduate Hotel.
Well, you like Peyton Manning, but you don't like that orange.
Yeah, I don't like the orange. But I mean, it's that whole city is just a shrine to him, really. It's almost, and Peyton Manning is my favorite athlete, and I think he's in your top 3.
Actually, he would probably be number 1.
Over Kobe?
Yeah, because I was so little when I fell in love with Peyton.
Yeah.
Because my parents are such Tennessee fans. My dad's side of the family is such a big Tennessee Vols fan. Yeah. And so I remember sitting and having my little Peyton Manning jersey on, watching football on my mom and dad's lap, So Peyton's probably, I love Kobe. Basketball's my favorite sport.
Okay.
No, I'm not trying to say anything as Kobe. I just think in my heart, I have so many more memories about Peyton Manning with my family and just more sentimental stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I mean,
and he's just, God, could you pick a better guy?
no, you really couldn't.
I love at the end of
And
this, when you go into the Super Bowl, what do you want to do? I really just want to go home and drink a Miller Lite.
Yeah, or it's Budweiser.
Budweiser? I
Yeah, it was
don't
He's like, Budweiser. He's like, I'm just going home and drink a lot of Budweiser tonight.
That's a really good Peyton Manning. Good Lord.
And he's always like, well, we're just, we got to execute better next time. So,
Good God. That's a really good Peyton Manning. But you fell in love with Peyton Manning because he came to your sacred Denver Broncos.
He came to the Broncos, yeah. So
He rescued you.
Yes, he did. And so my dad growing up was a big Colts fan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Big Colts fan. So I just kind of inherited the Peyton Manning love from him. And then around the time I started liking football was around the time like he got injured when he hurt his neck at the Colts. So it was like that season. Then he set out a season, and the Colts went like 1-15.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how he's the greatest quarterback. You went one. Tom Brady was out. They went undefeated basically. They went like 4-1 or 3-1.
I think
when Brady got suspended the 4 games.
It's hard because my love for Peyton.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult to compare quarterbacks because a lot of times what we do in sports, especially in football, we compare Peyton versus Brady.
Yeah.
But it's really Peyton versus the
Their
defense.
Yeah.
And it's Tom Brady versus
Yeah.
Peyton Manning had 2 years with a defense, and those were both in Denver.
Yeah.
Every year with the Indianapolis Colts, mediocre at
Garbage.
best.
Yeah.
Mediocre at best.
Yeah.
And he was still putting up points. He was still winning, still going to Super Bowls. I think that's what speaks volumes about Peyton Manning.
Yeah. As my dad would always say, he would say, like, it was as if the defense was like, hey, let's see how far we can get down and let's see if Peyton can bring us back. Because that's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
I mean, it kind of was
Also,
like
he
that.
has the most fourth quarter comeback wins of any quarterback in history. It's not even close. So
As a Colts fan, yes, all of this is
lovely.
accurate.
Yes.
But
me
the
ask-
defense comment, you're right. Super Bowl year, for sure. The year they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Peyton, they had a defense fast.
but
They had a defense.
it wasn't even.
I'm not talking like elite defense.
Yeah.
I'm talking like respectable defense.
Okay. fair enough.
it was in the top 16 that year.
That's when
Right,
Bob
yeah.
Sanders was
Yeah.
playing out of his mind.
Yes, you have
Love Bob Sanders.
and
Freeney.
I think Freeney. Who's the one that's actually coaching now? He's bald.
Well, that narrows it down.
He was on the defensive
Yeah,
side
he's
of the
on
Colts.
defense. I can't. As a Colts fan, I feel ashamed for not knowing his name. But
I'm in the moment. I'm on the spot.
I'm gonna pull it up while you guys.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
pull it up.
like Robert Mathis, but I don't know if
Yes,
he played.
that's it, Robert Mathis.
Robert
Yes,
Mathis
yes.
was great.
Coach now.
Yeah, he's a pass rusher. Just a nightmare.
He played opposite of Dwight Freeney, didn't he? The other side of the line.
Yeah.
Imagine those two guys coming at you.
Dude, it's insane.
So let me ask you this: going to football drama, to keep relevant. What's your take? We've talked about this before, but I really want to put you on the spot. What's your take on Aaron Rodgers?
His current situation, or just as a player, as a quarterback?
What do you think his current situation is telling of?
I think it's pretty straightforward. I think people try to read too much into it. It's very obvious. Like, if he stays, it's just they're going to give him more money. So he's either wanting a little bit more money, and he probably wants a little bit more control about who they draft and who they trade for, which he hasn't really been given that.
He's only a player.
Yeah, he's just a player, but like he probably sees other people like, Brady goes to Tampa and then like 3 people come out of retirement and like 3 more get traded because they want to play with him. And it's like, no, Rodgers doesn't really have that. Like, nobody is.
Do you think that's telling of Rodgers?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's. I think he's one of the most gifted quarterbacks of all time.
See,
One of the most gifted. I didn't say like one of the best, but in terms of like capabilities, mobility, the dude has a cannon, and he has a Super Bowl.
Would you rather have Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers?
You're not gonna like that answer.
Mine's Brett Favre.
I think I'd probably take Aaron Rodgers.
Here's my thing on Aaron Rodgers, and I know I've told you before. These people that put him as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time,
Yeah.
he has 1 Super Bowl ring,
Yeah.
and he's underperformed a lot. Now, he's got quite a few MVP rings. Like, don't get me wrong. The guy,
3. He's got 3.
and he had one this past season,
yeah,
I
he had
believe.
an MVP season. Yeah.
But you've got 1 ring. You can't be considered the greatest. You just can't.
I don't think like any NFL elite or any like analyst puts him at number 1. I think a lot
Probably
of
a few.
I think a lot of people put him in like maybe the top 10, and I think that's too far.
Yes.
I think that's too far.
All time or
top
currently
top
playing?
10 all time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
don't think
put
he's
him in
top
like
10.
that like 9th, 10th spot. Yeah.
In
Some
the
people-
same time that he's been in the league, think about this. Patrick Mahomes already has 1 ring.
Yeah.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. I don't know what the health situation this past Super Bowl was, but it's not crazy to think Patrick Mahomes could get 5 rings.
I don't think so either. I mean, I would 100% take Patrick Mahomes over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Every
I think so
day,
too.
all day.
Yeah.
I would take Patrick Mahomes over any quarterback in the league right now.
Yes.
Like, people, I mean, yeah, they got slapped by the Brady in the Super Bowl, and that was unbelievable.
But once again, you just compared him to Brady. You got to compare him to
well, I said
Tampa's
they.
defense.
I said they, like the Chiefs, got
Yeah.
slapped by
He
Brady.
got slapped because they lost an offensive lineman and all.
Honestly.
and Tampa's defense
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they won that game in the regular season. They went to Tampa and
Yeah.
beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
But man, see, we're getting off another tangent. It's like that's why the Super Bowl is such an isolated incident, because they kicked the just fire out of them. Like,
Yes.
what was the final score? Like 33-9 or something like that?
I don't think they even scored a touchdown, did they?
I can't remember.
I think they only got field goals.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I mean, like if you play that game 5 times, it turns out differently they don't
Every
get
single
slapped
time.
every time. And that's the same way with like my Denver Broncos. Like when in 2013, that was Manning's second year. They literally broke every single offensive record in the book. The most passing yards, the most touchdowns, the most points scored by an offense.
Yes.
It's not even close. And then get to the Super Bowl and lose 43-8 to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
Now that Seahawks defense is one of the greatest of all time, but 43-8.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning's never scored only 8 points in his entire life.
That was the first time?
Oh, yeah. That was like probably the lowest scoring game of his career. And that's insane. But like I was so upset by that. It's like you play that game 5 times and it turns out differently every time. But I mean, I'm not using that as an excuse. They lost. Seahawks got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Congrats, Seahawks.
Yeah, but we got it 2 years later. So
Yeah.
2015.
That's right.
Manning got one, then rode off into the sunset. So
Thank God. I was. That's another thing about Peyton Manning. I loved him so much, but I was happy to see him go out on top. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to see him get injured. I did not want to see him get carted off that field because he was nearing that.
when his neck injury happened?
Well, I'm saying when he ended his career with the Broncos.
Yeah.
Remember, later in that season, before the playoffs started, he was injured.
Yeah.
And had he gone one more season, we likely would have seen him limp off the field,
Yeah.
get carted off the
It was
field,
time.
carried off the field. I'm glad that he made the decision when he did.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt in any game.
Yeah.
But I really didn't want to see like my hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought he handled it very well.
It was time. You
Yep.
could see him like going down. I mean, that season, the last season, he played like the stats were horrific. The worst season he's ever had.
Bad.
But people also forget this. The Broncos were 7-0, undefeated with an injured, aging Peyton Manning.
Yep.
And then when they benched him was a game against the Chiefs, against Alex Smith-led Chiefs, and it was terrible. I think Manning threw like 4 interceptions in the first half. So they benched him. And then they revealed later that he had like a leg injury. I think he was like plantar fasciitis. Is that it? Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Right.
Every time he stepped, though, it was sending
Yes,
pain.
Yeah. I mean, he literally could not drive the football. He
Exactly.
could not throw outside of the numbers. And so, like, are you going to get benched? And then that's when Brock Osweiler came in, did a great job.
Fantastic.
Went like 5-2. And then Manning came in last game of the season and went undefeated and won the Super Bowl. So people are like, oh, he had help. It's like, yeah, well, dude, every quarterback has help. Like, it's a team sport. But Manning's IQ and his ability to read defenses is the greatest of all time. Like, he's the smartest quarterback.
He's the most cerebral quarterback.
Yes.
He's probably the most cerebral athlete we've ever seen.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Probably in any sport, just his level of dedication to it,
Yeah.
I think.
Probably.
I didn't know we were going to talk about sports today.
I know.
I know we were talking about what it is that you want to talk about. So Donovan is in the entertainment industry. That's kind of where I was for a while. And we always have these talks. We'll just text back and forth. What are your top 5 this? What are your top 5 that? Yeah. So you texted me last night.
Yeah.
We're going to go over some top 5 lists.
Oh, I would love to.
So
Love a good top 5.
a top 5, we're going to start here, top 5 movies of all time.
Ooh.
And I think we'll just go back and forth. Like you name one, I name one, you name one, I name one. And if we want to talk about it a little bit, that's totally fine with me.
Yeah, give it a little brief, like...
Not a synopsis, but why do you like it?
Brief, like 10 second, this is why I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're the guest, so I'm going to let you start us off here.
All right, let me pull this up here, even though I really know them by memory.
Whatever.
So it's top 5 movies?
Yeah, we'll do movies start.
So I also want to preface this by saying, I mean, these are some of my favorite films of all time, but they can rotate every now and then. Like, I'll move, that 7 spot gets moved into 5 or whatever.
Yes.
They're pretty interchangeable. But
Yep.
number 1 movie of all time for me is Scream. Yep.
It's hilarious that you said that. I struggled not to put it in mine.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know you loved Scream that much.
Well, that's another thing that I wanted to preface with. It's hard to make these lists for people like me and you that love it so much, because if you were narrowing it down to horror movies, Scream is up there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe number 3 for me. If you're narrowing down science fiction, I've got it 5 right there. So to narrow it down to just 5 movies of all time, I was kind of thinking of things that either meant a lot to me sentimentally or something that I can just watch it and escape to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like a popcorn movie or something.
Yeah. So why Scream?
Scream. So I grew up watching. I'm a very nostalgic person. So I grew up watching Scream, but also just because Scream was revolutionary and it changed horror films. So it was the first, like, kind of meta film or horror film that was aware of itself. So it's like
Yes.
they're in a scary movie and they're talking about, okay, how do we survive a scary movie? Okay, you can't have sex because virgins always live. You can't ever say you'll be right back because we all know you won't be right back. That's when the killer's going to get you.
That's exactly right.
So, and it's in the first 15 minutes of that movie with Drew Barrymore, still to this day, I think is absolutely terrifying. The conversation between her being home alone with a guy that's like trying to flirt with her and trying to get information out of her. It's one of the best films of all time.
I think
Probably my number one.
I think another thing about Scream that people don't realize, after Scream came out, and they had, their sequels and whatever, there was a drought in the horror movie industry.
Like in the whole horror or just in the slasher genre?
Well, I think the horror genre itself. Scream was at the top of the game, and then everybody kind of wanted to, until I think maybe Saw came around, and I don't even know that I would consider Saw horror. It's more just a gore.
Yeah, just like shock
value, yeah. But after Scream, it would be a while before I was like, that was a fantastic horror movie.
Yeah.
So my number one,
and it's hilarious. We'll say that too real quick. I mean, like Scream is hilarious. It's
there are moments
so
that
much
make it a comedy.
Yeah. So,
all right. So my number one, and I'm gonna say this: I could pick any of these films, but for me, the number one is Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. I know I'm a big Star Wars fan.
I'm a big Star Wars fan. I think it is one of the few movies. I think The Godfather Part 2 is probably right there with it. It is a sequel that takes everything that the first did, and it just improves upon all of it. What Star Wars didn't have going for it, the first Star Wars, it was kind of slow paced. The lightsaber fight was 6 minutes, maybe. Empire Strikes Back dialed everything up.
Yeah.
And it was just a fantastic film. So that would be my number one.
That's your number one all time. So tell us like what Star Wars means to you as a whole, because you're huge into Star Wars. And when did you first start taking like this is mine, like taking a liking to it when you were a kid?
I guess as long as I can remember, I just gravitated towards. I'm 5 years old, maybe. I watched the old ones before, in the mid 90s when they came out with like the remakes or whatever.
Phantom Menace.
No. Like they re-released the original trilogy with
that's right.
edited scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had watched them all just from the original VHSs.
Right.
I don't know what makes me love it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's part of it. I cannot pinpoint what it is that I love the most about it. I just know deep down I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that George Lucas put so much time, so much effort, so much creativity to it.
A whole universe. I mean, I bet if you took a global fan vote of the most popular or the greatest villain of all time, I think Darth Vader would probably win. I think he's probably the most recognizable, the most quotable villain of all time.
Wow, I've never really thought about that.
When you think about that, you think of like your most popular villains, like Darth Vader, the Joker, or
both very quotable too.
Yeah, I know, right? Or
Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
that big villain. Yeah. So, all right, what's number two for you?
Number two. Oh, it's a good one. It's gonna be a shocker. I'm gonna go with Mean Girls.
Okay.
You're kidding.
No. I don't know. I'm not giving it the number 2 spot, but this is in my top 5. Yeah, Mean Girls. Absolutely. Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried, or Seyfried.
What's the other girl? Lacey Chabert.
No.
Yes.
Who plays Gretchen Wieners?
Lacey Chabert.
Is that her name?
She's so hot. Sorry, babe. She's so hot.
Her hair's so full of secrets. Yeah, Mean Girls is awesome. It is such a great, exaggerated representation of high school.
Now that's the truth.
Yes, it's cliquey. It's hot ladies. The jocks, the band geeks, all this stuff.
What a cast too.
Such a great cast, and it is. I just love it. Yeah, it's so quotable, and you got, oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work.
I cannot believe that is in your top 5.
Absolutely. I quote it all the time, and Tina Fey did a great job.
Wow.
Because I think she wrote that. I think she wrote the screenplay to that, didn't she?
Don't ask me, man.
Yeah.
My number, and like you said, I don't know that this is my number 2, but it's in my top 5. Jaws.
Oh, great pick.
I think, and this is why I posted something on Facebook about a year ago, and the conversation was, is Jaws a horror movie? What do you think?
You asking me?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yes, Jaws is a horror movie.
I agree. And do you know why that I believe it is arguably the greatest horror movie?
Big words. Why?
Arguably the greatest horror movie because no other movie, no other medium, nothing has ever terrified a population quite like Jaws. There are people whose children will not get in the ocean because they are terrified of the movie Jaws. Nothing else has that.
That's a great point.
And Jaws is so well written. The monologue, everybody knows Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Even if you've never seen, like, I don't know that my brother's ever watched it. He's that scared of sharks.
Yeah.
That's
a
my
great
pick.
point. So you're talking about the cultural impact of the
Yes.
film, and that's the power of art and the power of film.
Yes.
Is it really does, it can and it does influence culture.
100%.
Like you can look up stuff, if you know, pull up Google or whatever, but you can look around the time that Jaws was released, and they saw like drops in tourism revenue from a lot of like beach communities and popular, you know, like ocean resort towns. And it was because of that movie.
Yes.
It terrified people.
It's
and,
so good.
So it's so great.
And the theme music,
Oh yeah.
it's not even scary.
Yeah.
Like I have a piano at home and I'll do it. But when that shark is
one step up
and he's just barely going, and then it gets do 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 do.
That's terrifying.
It's so good. All right, number 3.
Okay.
Oh, so
Wait,
good.
I was gonna say one more thing about Jaws. Oh yeah. And if anybody ever tries to argue with you that Jaws isn't a horror film, one of the criteria to be a horror film is there has to be like an impending doom
Yeah.
that's coming for the protagonist. And the shark is the impending doom, right? Like
I would think so.
And
And
you-
Brody is your protagonist.
absolutely. So that's
yep.
it. That's how you can get around that.
That's a very good point.
I'm gonna throw in a comedy, which Mean Girls is kind of a comedy, but it's
comedic that you picked it. Yes.
like dramatic comedy. Rush Hour.
Oh,
Rush Hour is in my top 5. Yeah,
Great.
Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan.
Who's your favorite in that? Which one are you picking?
Of those two characters? I don't know if I could.
They're together. They're so good.
Yes.
They're so good
And
together.
the sequels were great. So they made 3 of them, and
Yeah.
every single one was fantastic. But the first one is such a great just buddy comedy, cop comedy, and that is an example of absolute perfect, impeccable casting. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, you would never imagine those two in a film together. Never.
I don't think that Jackie Chan is funny.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't think it. But then you put him right there with Chris Tucker and you give the script writers
That's what I'm saying. It's a great script.
It was so good.
And then Brett Ratner, phenomenal director for that, and it just worked.
It always starts with a script.
It does.
Always starts with a script,
does.
yeah. And just the banter that they will get into, like it's so quotable. Just when he's like, when he's just trying to show him like how to show his badge to someone, he's like, "You flip it over, you flip it fast, do it fast." He gives it to him, and he's like, "Nah, man."
It's so
he's
dumb.
Like, he's like, "Stop acting like you a cop, man.
Yeah.
Act like you a tourist or something." Dude, they're
It's
so
a good Chris Tucker. God, you do good voices.
Oh, I got impressions on impressions.
Yeah, your Barack Obama is amazing.
Now, Jonathan, now me and my wife, Michelle, we when I decided to run for office.
You're done. God, it's so good.
Okay.
All right, my number
Change. I'm sorry.
my number 3 is right here on this shirt.
Oh,
Jurassic Park. It was the first. It was the first movie that was not a cartoon that I saw in theaters, and
That's
I
cool.
was little itty bitty, but I was obsessed with dinosaurs. We went to Nashville to see it. We lived in Clarksville at the time. My parents sat in the back. I sat in the front row, first seat in my cousin's lap, and I'm telling you, I didn't blink. I was obsessed with that movie. I walked around with my fingers like this,
Yeah.
and I would just walk around the house and like a dinosaur, bro.
How was it? What kind of dinosaur is that?
It's clearly a T-Rex.
Jonosaurus.
Jonosaurus. Velociraptors, the T-Rex, all of it. It was so... It's kind of like Star Wars in that it was so well before its time. We didn't deserve that kind of movie in the early 90s. We really
No.
didn't. It was so far and beyond what we were capable of making. And then I think the greatest quote out of that movie is when he says they're talking about the dinosaurs and playing God or whatever, and he's like, you thought about all the ways that you could, but you never thought if you should.
Oh yeah, the Jeff Goldblum. You thought about you never thought if you should. You're playing God. You're standing on the shoulders of giants. And
Yes.
it's like he's like always confused and like forming sentences as he's like.
He's so good.
Here's a word. Here's a word.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's so great.
Him on Hot Ones. He's
he's
the
Hot
craziest
Wings.
thing you've ever seen.
Shout out to Hot Ones. That show is phenomenal. First We Feast. Oh my gosh.
But
Sean
Jeff,
Evans is one of the best interviewers I've ever
Absolutely.
he's amazing. But when
and
Jeff
he's
Goldblum
just
was on,
himself.
yes,
Right. He's just himself.
seen. Well, and they look up tons of info on the people. Like
Yeah.
they deep dive.
Yeah.
They don't
Oh,
ask, they don't ask surface questions.
Yeah, it's the most flattering thing to be asked to be on that show. Honestly. Yeah.
I'm gonna be on it.
Really?
Maybe.
Quick, isn't it impressive how over time, like the animatronics from Jurassic Park, like all the CGI and stuff they did, holds up?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it
We didn't
looks
deserve it.
So good, and it's from the '90s. You know
It's
what I mean?
so and look at the cast. People forget Samuel L. Jackson is in that movie.
Does he die?
Hold on to your butts.
That's it.
He's so good.
Yeah.
But it was such a good movie.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Such a good
and he's
movie.
like trying to guess the password, and it's like and he's like
All right, number 4.
Okay, this one you probably haven't seen this. It's an action movie. It's also a remake. It's Dread.
No,
The Carl Urban one?
Carl Urban. Absolutely.
I haven't seen it.
So it got really great reviews. It kind of bombed at the box office, but it's a remake from the Stallone movie, right? Judge Dredd. Yeah, in the 80s, I believe.
It's a
80s, 90s.
remake.
It's a remake.
Okay.
Yeah, 80s, 90s, one of those, and so it's like set in a futuristic,
I'll look
like
this up.
dystopian society, basically, and like it's not too far from where we could be in probably 20 years, which is people living in these big skyscrapers. Everyone's living on top of one another because we've eaten up and taken up all the land, basically.
This is neat.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a great action movie, and it's just got a great plot. Yeah, it's definitely a popcorn movie, but I love it. Yeah, Judge Dredd, Carl Urban.
Okay,
Great stuff.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, it also has Lena. Is it? What?
It's not Lena Dunham, is it?
It is. No, is that her name?
I thought it was Lena Headley. The
Lena
girl from,
Headley.
Cersei. From,
Yes, Cersei. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Lena Headley. Yeah, she's the villain. She plays Mama, and oh my God,
Awesome.
terrifying. Yes, and this was years before Game of Thrones.
Cinematically, it's beautiful.
It is.
Really?
The drug is called slow
Yeah,
mo.
slow-mo, yes.
Yeah, and like everything slows down like 1,000%.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I've gotta see this now.
So Dredd it's essentially like police. They're like the police of the future. So
Yeah.
but they're called judges because they serve as judge, jury, and executioner in the moment. So they can, like
Arrest you
They can arrest you, sentence you, and punish you there.
and make the decision.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they go to investigate this I guess like apartment complex where they suspect that drugs are being sold, and that's where Lena Headley's character is selling this drug called slow-mo, and it's shot in 3D in slow motion, and you will be mesmerized. And so they go there, and
I'm gonna watch it.
some stuff goes down.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
I trust you guys when it comes to these kinds of films because
Yeah.
that sounds good.
It's great.
My number 4 is a big sentimental one. Hook.
Ooh,
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
It was the movie that made me want to be an actor. I was watching it
Okay.
at my grandparents' on the floor. My dad comes there to pick me up, and we're watching it, and he says, it's time to go. I was like, I want to finish the movie. There towards the end, I look at my dad. I was like, I want to be him. And he's like, Peter Pan? I said, no, him. Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be him.
Wow.
And so I love that movie.
Dude, it's so
something about
great.
it. Something about it is just so, the music,
Yeah.
I mean, the style, it's Peter Pan as a grown up. We never thought we'd see that. And it still was, it was Peter Pan. So, yep.
Do you want me to tell you something that's going to really upset you?
You've never seen it?
I've never seen Hook.
It's
with
it's
Robin
great.
Williams.
It's great.
A big Peter Pan fan growing up, and I know the importance of Hook, but I never got into the live because is it in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it was right before Jumanji. I think it came out right
Okay.
before Jumanji.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean,
For sure.
Isn't Robin Williams like one of your favorite actors? Maybe your favorite actor?
It'd be hard to put somebody above him.
Yeah.
I have a couple that I think could rival it, but I'm not sure. I'm gun to my head, probably Robin.
Yep.
Yep.
So versatile.
Yep.
I mean, that scene in with Matt Damon. in,
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Where he starts talking about his wife.
Yes.
Stop. Let's not go there, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
I literally
tearing
just
up.
got chills when you did that because I'm thinking about it because Robin Williams doesn't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets him to talk about it. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's not talk about it because it's gonna make me tear up. I miss him so much.
That
Number five.
Well, and one more thing. Of course, the iconic scene when he's like, it's not your fault.
Oh,
Didn't Ben Affleck and Matt Damon write that?
Right.
Yes.
They won an Oscar for that movie,
Amazing.
I believe. Won an
Yeah.
Oscar for like.
It all starts with script.
yeah.
That all starts the script. There we go, baby.
That's right. Full circle yet again. The title of this podcast is going to be Circling Up.
Sorry. That's a good one, actually.
I'm a genius.
Oh man. But
I'm
yeah,
an idiot.
when he's like, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
And he's just like, stop playing with me.
It's not your fault.
Yeah. Oh man, no.
Stop.
Because
All right.
haven't we all needed somebody to look at us and say, I know that this happened, but it's not your fault.
Yeah. I think that's what's so deep about
That's
it is that
powerful.
everybody needs that to happen to them at some point in their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So number 5, get off of that.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. On to okay. So if I had to pick my favorite entertainer, definitely comedic actor of all time.
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah, you probably know. You want to guess?
No, because I don't want to be wrong, but
I think you're right.
it's Dumb and Dumber because of Jim Carrey.
Oh no, you did pick Jim Carrey. I love Dumb and Dumber. Jim Carrey's up there.
So it's not.
No,
it is Jim Carrey, but it's not Dumb and Dumber.
No, it's not. It's Adam Sandler. Yeah.
Oh,
Sandman.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And what's the movie?
So Adam Sandler is by far my favorite. Like I can't wait to meet Adam someday. I hope I get to work with him. That'd be awesome.
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Come on.
Come on with it. And so I picked, this was a smash hit when it came out, and it's still celebrated. People love it, but it's not, it falls behind like Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison or Click or some of those. But The Wedding Singer.
The
Wedding Singer with Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
I would have guessed Billy Madison, honestly. When you said Adam Sandler, I would have thought, oh, yeah, Billy Madison.
It's like between Happy Gilmore and Wedding Singer as being my favorite Sandler movie. But Wedding Singer is so good. His character in it is so relatable.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
Steve Buscemi in that movie.
Steve Buscemi is creepy and everything. Do you remember him in Con Air?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's so creepy.
He plays like the rehabilitated pedophile,
I
right?
said, put the bunny down.
Oh.
I love it. Put the bunny down.
Make a move and the bunny gets it.
Dave Chappelle's in that.
He is.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
So The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, The
I'm
Wedding Singer
shocked.
for sure. I mean, I've got a poster of it. Actually, it's funny. I have 3 of the movies I named, Scream, Rush Hour, and Wedding Singer. I have like marquee posters hanging in my
In your
living
living room?
of them,
Yeah,
so,
when we FaceTimed the other night, I saw him.
Yeah.
All right, my number 5 is, once again, super sentimental, and it is not the new one. It is the old school Toho Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh.
I can't even tell you why I like it.
Okay.
My grandparents, whenever I was over at their house, we would go up to More Than Video. Do you remember More Than Video?
No.
Where
We
it's
grew up.
WKU Liquors now. You remember Good Times, the bar?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Good Times.
Right next to that was a little video store called More Than Video.
Is that Good Times or Good Times 2?
Don't ask me, man. I was like 12.
No, it was still here when we were in college.
Good Times?
Yes.
Well, then the one I'm thinking of is Good Times
Good
1.
times, bad times. You know I've had my share.
All right,
Sorry, go ahead.
somebody. Anyways, I would go up there every time, and I would rent 2 movies. And Godzilla vs. King Kong was one of them. And my honorable mention, I've got 3 honorable mentions. The other one was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, dude, that's up there for me too. Great choice.
And then the other 2, Halloween, the first Halloween,
Yeah, that's in there.
and Twister.
Oh yeah, a little
Love
Bill
Twister.
Paxton, little Helen Hunt.
Ooh, Bill Paxton is that dude.
Yes, he is
Such
that
a good
dude.
movie. Such a good movie.
It's
Like,
great.
I always forget his name. I'm like, it's that dude that was huge in the 90s.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Go back.
it's that dude. What dude? That one.
Hey, another great pick that like influenced culture. Like you don't think people were like terrified of tornadoes when that came out? Like
Oh, for
every
sure.
severe thunderstorm, like this is gonna happen to me. Like
And now we've got Sharknado, piggybacking off the success of Twister.
That's a great movie.
All right.
Sharknado's a great B movie.
we got to
Have
start.
you seen that?
We got to start muting him.
You know what a great Bill Paxton movie is?
Titanic.
Tombstone.
Let's go. I just rewatched it like a
Such
couple
a
weeks
good
ago.
one.
Let's go.
I'm your Huckleberry.
There it is.
Such a good one.
Who's your favorite character in that movie?
Oh, Doc Holliday. Val Kilmer
Yeah.
kills it in that.
Yeah, he does.
All
And
right.
isn't it awesome how like it's Ringo, right? Yeah, the villain. He's like when push comes to shove, he's like, yeah, I know Doc's better than me. I'd rather not gunfight you.
Yeah.
But he can't back out. Like, they're in the woods together.
It was a respect thing, too.
Don't want to spoil it, sorry.
It was a respect thing back in the day. I mean, have you seen Hamilton?
No, the musical, not the, no.
Well, you know the story, though, with him and Aaron Burr.
Oh, yeah.
They were political rivals,
Yeah.
and to challenge another person, you'd rather take that risk than not do it.
Yeah. You're going to get your, like, if you don't have your man card, if you don't have your honor, you know, your integrity.
nothing.
What do you have?
You got nothing.
So if that happens, also, though, if somebody challenged me to a gun duel, I'd probably say no.
These days, yeah.
These days, no.
The guns are a lot more accurate these days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Used to, they were shooting lead bullets about the size of that. Yeah. Travel like 3 miles an hour.
Have you ever seen a million ways to die in the West?
Oh my God.
Seth MacFarlane.
Is that not in your top 10? Because that reminds me of you so much.
No, it's nowhere near my top 10.
Oh, it's so funny.
I enjoy the movie, but I love because, you know, we've all watched all these Westerns and stuff, and we're just like, they make it look so good, but nothing is good about dying before 40.
Right.
From various disease, getting bit by a rattlesnake, dying in a gun duel when you're 15.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fun.
What, the dude that's getting eaten by the wolves or the coyotes in the alley? Yeah, he's been dead for a couple days.
Yeah, he's like, that man is the sheriff of this town. He's the highest ranking official in this town, and he's getting eaten by wolves.
Yeah, it's so stupid. All right, the next one you wanted to get into, you said you wanted to do your top 5 albums.
Yeah, this is where the shocker is going to come in. So you want to know a little bit about me.
Your top 5 movies wasn't a big enough shock.
Yeah, the freaking Mean Girls threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
All right, so top 5
You guys are
albums.
shaming me for that,
But
but I'm
tell
going to
us.
stand
You
by
know
it.
what, though? I will say Mean Girls is like our generation's like Breakfast at Tiffany's, or, you know, like that
Very good.
coming of age.
Yes.
What was the one where they're in the library?
The Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Breakfast Club,
Yeah,
that's the one I'm
those
thinking of.
John Hughes
16
movies.
Candles,
Yeah,
all
like
that stuff.
The coming of age
Say
teenage
Anything.
film.
You think that's a coming of age story?
It
Mean
definitely
Girls?
is.
It
Yes.
is. It's a different take on a coming of age story.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Not another teen movie, too.
Oh my god.
Oh, the parodies, don't get me started.
Those are so good.
They're so great.
All right, top 5 albums. Why is this so important to you?
It's important to me because, now I'm in the TV film industry.
Yep.
So, like, you know, doing that stuff. Oh, I didn't get to plug my 2 movies. God, we got so many tangents. My 2 movies called Mediator and Birdie, probably coming out this year. Just finished Birdie in Knoxville a couple weeks ago. Mediator filmed that in Atlanta. Probably getting distributed later this year, too.
Sweet.
Shout out to Maggie and Eugene Bush and Cass, like Genya, all the people attached to that film, because it won like some awards, like the Toronto Film Festival, International Film
Awesome.
Festival, like for like best thriller, all this stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked. I didn't get to make it to the premiere of it, so I haven't even saw it yet. But
You haven't seen the finished product?
no, not
Oh,
yet.
wow. So
my-
you're going to see it and love it.
yeah, my buddy Javier, who edited, I think, basically all that movie, or did the dailies, but he shoots me some stuff here now. It looks good.
Good,
It's
good, good, good.
I get to play a rookie cop, so
Oh, that's this one.
yeah, that's
yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Show the picture. No, we don't have it.
We don't have that picture.
I should have sure about those. So
Yeah, that's one you didn't send us.
I know. All right, sorry.
Idiot.
Gotta.
So why are albums important to you?
They're important because music was my first love. So before I wanted to
Same.
be anything growing up, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to play guitar on stage in front of people, and I do that
Yeah.
on a weekly
With a buddy
basis.
of ours, too.
Which buddy?
Arlo, Hector.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry, yeah. Me and Hector play a lot together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really do.
Arlo
It's
is
awesome.
such a great artist.
He really-
literally one of the probably the greatest singer I've ever been with. Yeah.
In person that you know physically.
Yeah.
Hector has probably got one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life. So pretty.
Unbelievable control.
And beautiful.
Yes,
It's so
super
pretty.
handsome man. Oh wait, you're talking about his voice.
I was.
He's a very handsome man too.
He is.
And so, before I wanted to be anything growing up, I wanted to be a rock star. So my parents got me, my mom got me like a little toy guitar. And before she knew it, she was, I was like, plucking around, making songs. So she got me guitar lessons when I was like 9 or 10. And then the rest is history. I want to be a rock star. And so music is really important to me. It's
All right,
my
that's
first
the
love.
Nickelback. I don't want to
Yeah.
be a big rock star.
Oh, God. We should do that song.
No, please, God.
And we're back to Nickelback.
Great. Okay.
Circle. Full circle.
Full circle. And we're back to Nickelback. Everybody has their Nickelback. Everybody has a McDonald's. So my top 5 albums, I'll just go ahead and list them.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm really into heavy metal. I'm a metalhead.
I know.
And when people see me,
Yes.
they You too?
Oh, Booba's.
Me and Swanson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
These guys, you're speaking their language.
So
with
you're going to
this.
know some of these bands then for sure.
I know you're number one.
I'll give you my top 5 artists and albums, actually. So,
Oh, I did something different with artists.
okay. So the first album I ever got, like rock album I ever listened to, was Lick It Up, Kiss.
Yeah.
So my dad gave me a cassette of that. And before that, because I listened exclusively to 90s country, because that's what my mom listened to, because it's just me and my mom growing up for like 5-6 years.
Yep.
And so when my mom got remarried, this guy got me into, his name's Jamie, he got me into rock, and he gave me that album. My mom hated it though. Like my mom back then.
That's the devil music.
It is. It was that cliche. Like she was like, heavy metal is the devil, it's satanic, I better never catch you listening to this stuff. Fair enough. I mean, fair point. The album did have a song on it called All Hell's Breaking Loose. So probably wouldn't want my like 7-year-old listen to that. But yeah, Lick It Up by Kiss. I'll go with that. The World is a Thorn by Demon Hunter is one of my favorite bands.
Wow.
Go Demon Hunter.
Yes.
I randomly met Ryan at 3rd and Lindsley.
Don't tell
I was
me
at a
that.
show, and he was standing there. I was like, look at that bald head and that Demon Hunter jacket. I was like, oh my God, that's Ryan.
Is that it?
And I bet he was the coolest dude ever. Did you say something to him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He was chill. I said, hey, man, your music was really important to me during my teen formative years. Thank you.
That's awesome.
What did he
man.
say?
He's like, respect.
Nice.
He was watching a show. I wasn't trying to be.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
It's hard when you see people in that kind of situation because they're there to enjoy something
Exactly. But it's like, this might be my only chance.
too. I know.
The
See,
one with driving the nails
Gotta
and
say
all
something.
that.
It is.
Yeah.
It's driving nails into my... Oh, that album changed my life. And it has a great message because that album's values and what it's talking about is like being, like in the world, not of the world, but having like those values. The world is a thorn. Tie this around your neck. I'm probably going to get that tattooed right here. But great album.
Okay.
World is a Thorn. Arrows and Anchors. It's by a band called Fair to Midland. If I had to pick an alt... You know Fair to Midland? Are you kidding me?
dude, you're speaking their language.
Yeah. They're, they just had 2 albums because they disbanded after this album in 2011. If I would probably put Arrows and Anchors as maybe my favorite album of all time.
What?
Oh, and that's close.
I was going to pick something else as your number one.
Yeah.
Their music is so unique.
It's
I've not ever heard anything like it.
Unbelievable. The guy's voice.
Send it to me on Spotify.
I will.
Yep.
Okay. And then, so keeping this rolling, this is going to get really heavy. So I'm into deathcore too. So I love Chelsea Grin. Their album, My Damnation. Yeah. What, you guys into deathcore?
You just don't look like a deathcore
I
guy.
know. It throws people off, man.
It
Next thing you
does.
know, you're going to tell you you're into like the pig squealing stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you like Viking metal, like Amon Amarth and stuff like that?
I listen to it like in passing, or I don't like pull up a whole album, but I'll check out a few of their stuff.
It's
yeah.
so heavy.
Sabaton, I think, is like a big like Viking band, right? Yeah. My Damnation, Chelsea Grin, and then I'm gonna throw some Kanye in there. Good music. So Cruel
What?
Summer, the album, the compilation album they did with like all the good music artists. Cruel Summer, so good. You got Big Sean, you got John Legend, you got Kid Cudi.
So that's
Pusha
your top
T.
5.
Yeah, probably.
And I just have to ask on a personal level, why is Slipknot not on there?
Oh, I love Slipknot. I've listened to all their albums.
You've seen them too a few times, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, I love Slipknot, but they're not even in like top 10 as
I
my favorite
thought
band.
Slipknot was one of your favorites.
No.
Well, now I look like
You're
an
probably
asshole.
confusing them with Korn.
Korn.
Korn's my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
Well,
That's who I'm thinking
I
of.
know this band's a little more mainstream now, but Bring Me the Horizon, like early
Yeah,
Bring Me the Horizon.
yeah. And to be honest, man, we'll catch a lot of flack for this. I like their new stuff too.
Same.
Yeah,
I like how melodic it is.
yeah, and they've done a good job, and they're also one of the biggest metal bands in the world.
I once got punched in the face at a Devil Wears Prada show.
Ooh,
I was moshing so hard.
was it Dogs Can Wear Beards All Over? Is that what
No,
it
so
was?
they finished the set. It was Dead Throne. This is when they were doing Dead Throne.
Okay.
And the guy in front of me, I was like, they're going to come back for an encore, and if they play Danger Wild Man, I'm going nuts. And the guy in front of me is like, oh yeah. And they came out, and they hit that, I know, and it was Danger Wild Man. And the dude turned around and just hit me right in the face.
Good Lord. Hey,
You asked for it.
hey, here's an Adam Sandler quote for you. That's assault, brother. Full circle yet again.
You dare me to touch your boob?
Hey, that's assault, brother. And then he goes,
It is.
You double dare me? And he does his eyebrows.
See, isn't that awesome? In the mid-'90s, we were,
All right, my top 5
I'm
albums.
interested to hear the contrast here.
All right, so my
Yeah.
top 5 albums. Number 1, Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yes.
Number
Got it.
2, Bad by Michael Jackson.
Okay, yeah.
Number 3, American Idiot by Green Day.
Nice.
Number 4, Hell Freezes Over by the Eagles. That's kind of like a compilation disc.
Yeah.
But it all their greatest hits. And then number 5, Get a Grip, Aerosmith.
Nice.
Early 90s Aerosmith.
Man, so you got some, you're old soul.
Yeah,
You're an
I
old soul.
grew
You
up.
got a lot of classics.
I grew up with Earth, Wind, and Fire, Chicago, the Eagles, America, all those. I mean, that's just the Doobie Brothers, all that stuff. So I would probably be an old soul. Yeah.
I love that. Give me your top 5 artists real quick.
Artist. My top 5 artists, I did a little
Or
differently.
bands, yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't do anybody with music because I really don't listen to current music at all.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
My top 5 artists right now that I'm currently interested in. I love Joe Rogan, Chris D'Elia, Theo Vaughn, Michael Rosenbaum. Shout out my buddy Michael. And I love Bo Burnham. And he's got a new special coming out.
Bo's great. He's a newer guy.
He's newer,
comic.
yep. He's got that coming, but he's also musical. I think if you went to music, Ed Sheeran, I absolutely think he is so talented. He's unbelievably talented. I love Ed Sheeran. And so that I kind of went a little different route with artists because
I think Shape of You is one of the best complete written pop songs in like the past decade. It's also
Wow.
one, I think maybe the most streamed pop song in the last decade.
probably.
When
When
he comes in that with that like I'm so
What about you? Your top 5 artists?
so in order probably too. I can pretty much do these in order.
Okay.
Korn is my all-time favorite band. Jonathan Davis, greatest singer in history.
Okay.
Head Monkey, best guitar riff writers. Korn influenced me more than anybody, and I still listen to Korn to this day on a weekly basis. And their new stuff is awesome. They are even heavier than they were then. And they're not new metal anymore. They get a bad rep because they're associated with like Limp Bizkit and that kind of fling of the 90s. They're not that band anymore. They're so good. Breaking Benjamin,
Okay.
a little bit of modern hard rock for you. Rammstein.
Okay.
You guys are loving this, aren't you?
Rammstein is one of my buddy's favorite bands.
Yes.
He loves it.
That's so cool.
Rammstein has the best live show probably in the world.
Hast.
Yep. Du hast mich.
Have you seen the one where he has the giant thing on his mic?
I've seen all of it. I know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
We're not going to say it.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to say it.
No, we'll show you a video.
We'll show you a video.
Okay.
I mean, let's just say that in the 90s when they were on tour with Korn, actually, they got banned from, I'm pretty sure they got banned from some, maybe just the U.S. in general. They're not anymore, but for doing very illicit acts on stage.
Wow.
Kanye, Yeezy's up there for
Really?
sure. Top 5,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Yeezy. Love Yeezy. Genius.
You like his new stuff too?
I don't think Kanye has a bad album. He's never put out a bad album. Now,
What's your favorite album?
it's a tie between Graduation and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I knew you loved Graduation. I knew you loved that one. Yeah.
I mean, Yeezus too, man. Just every time he drops an album, it changes the game.
Yeah.
808s and Heartbreak made.
I thought
auto-tune.
808s was one of the most
Yeah.
impactful albums.
Absolutely.
Because everybody started using that style in their music.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Everybody.
That is so true.
I think he gets a bad rap because of his antics and his social media and all that stuff. But make no mistake, he's very talented.
Yes, yes.
He's very talented. He's kind of like
Yeah.
a Michael Jackson in that sense, where you say whatever you want about personal life and all that stuff. But hey, when I'm listening to the music, I don't really care about personal life.
Yeah, exactly.
The talent is talent.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Jungian archetypes?
I don't believe so.
So one of the archetypes, it's like it's myth stories. The fool. So it's an archetype.
Okay.
Fool.
Yeah.
Kanye plays that role, and the fool is always ahead of whatever's coming.
Huh.
Now,
Makes sense.
Look into that, and then pay attention to Kanye. 'Cause
Okay.
Kanye is always on that cutting edge
That's
of
neat.
what's happening.
Yeah. He really is.
Well, now think about Tortured Genius. You've heard that?
Okay.
So think about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Personal life.
Tortured genius. Yeah.
Personal life, crazy.
Yeah.
Just
We can't even fathom. Like
Kanye, personal life, crazy.
crazy.
Now he's going through a divorce.
Van Gogh, personal life,
Yeah.
you know, like all
yeah.
these guys who are ahead of their time because they were so outside the pocket. Man, it just messes with your head.
Yeah.
We have no idea what some of these people go through.
No, and it's a shame that we kind of judge people from afar. Or we don't. I mean, it's okay to judge, but it's like we assume to know what someone should do without knowing the person or knowing their story. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they should do this or they should act this way.
Very
They should
true.
say this. And it's like, you've never even been in a room with the person. How can you pretend to know what they should do with their life?
Yep.
But yeah, Yeezy's awesome. And you're right about 808s. I love that you said that. Like, he made auto-tune and that kind of sing-style rap years before, and then now Travis Scott, Drake,
You know
T-Pain.
who's the first artist to use it mainstream?
Auto-tune?
Yes.
Cher?
Cher.
I just got that. Yes.
That's awesome.
Do you believe in love after love? I'm Cher.
Oh, stop. Oh. She looks the exact same as she did 40 years ago.
It's crazy. When they do
amazing.
her on SNL, like when Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, David Spade would do like the Cher skit.
Do you remember when they did the skit at the food court in the mall?
Where they're eating the French fries?
And what's his name? I'm drawing a David Spade goes, gosh, Shelly, I didn't even know you were hungry. And Chris Farley goes, lay off me, I'm starving. Oh my gosh.
She's like, Adam Sandler's like, geez, what's her name?
Shelly.
Geez, Shelly, want to say something for us? Yeah. And he's like,
so stupid.
This is great.
All right, quickly,
Okay.
top 5 TV shows.
I got to round out the list there. Daft Punk is
you had one more.
my last artist, probably in the top 5. Daft Punk, favorite.
R.I.P. They just broke up.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All of their albums, listen to it front to back, even when it was just music or just beats.
Yep.
What was the next one?
Top 5 TV shows.
I only got 3 written down. I don't know if I can do it on the moment. So Breaking Bad.
Yep, it's on mine.
Yeah, Breaking Bad's the greatest TV drama of all time. You're going to be hard pressed to find a show that's more complete. You can find shows like The Sopranos or Dexter or Game of Thrones, but those shows just, quite frankly, did not end well. Yeah, they dropped off in the last season, especially the last couple episodes. And I compare that to like watching a movie. It's like, okay, if a movie is really, really, really great for an hour and a half, but then it's like, man, that movie was the best I've ever seen, but the last 20 minutes sucked.
Shutter Island.
Yeah, a good example, but like nobody says that. But for some reason, TV shows get a pass. It's like, no.
That's a good point.
If it sucks the last season, then it's not one of the greatest shows of all time.
I agree.
You have to round it out. So Breaking Bad rounded it out.
Actually,
Vince Gilligan, flawless.
Breaking Bad might be one of the only shows that gets exponentially better the more you watch it.
Yes.
A lot of shows peak in that 3rd, 4th season. Breaking Bad is like guns a-blazing to the very last scene.
And the characters are
good.
relatable.
And a lot of that is Vince Gillian, he had a definite plan. So most of these TV shows, they're like, I honestly don't know how long the seasons are going to go.
Yeah.
Like, he knew that Breaking Bad was, 5 seasons?
It was 5, and they split the last season into 2. I think technically it was 4 seasons split into 2.
So, like,
yes.
but
when he made
knew.
the show, he knew the ending.
Yes.
And, like, he just tracked there.
Well, isn't that how Harry Potter was written? I believe the last scene of Harry Potter was written before the very first book was.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm almost certain of that.
Well, I think she thought of it on a bus or something.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling?
is her
Yeah.
story.
But
What else?
Breaking Bad, you were saying, and then like super successful spinoffs. So like, have you seen Better Call Saul?
I was not a Saul Goodman fan even in Breaking Bad, though. I didn't like him.
But have you seen the spinoff?
I've heard
Bob
it's good.
Odenkirk is amazing.
I've heard it's very good.
Better Call Saul is like, it is, I know some of my diehard Breaking Bad fans are like, it's better than Breaking Bad.
Wow.
It's more like Breaking Bad.
That's big praise.
It is. Like Breaking Bad is eventful the whole time. Like it's pretty exciting. Better Call Saul is more of a slow burn.
And
It's about more the drama.
Odenkirk has that new movie out that I've heard is
Nobody.
Mr.
Yeah.
Nobody or whatever.
Yeah.
Not Mr.
Is it
Nobody,
good?
just Nobody.
Nobody. Oh, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's phenomenal.
Can we talk about one random thing about
Please.
Breaking Bad real quick?
Yeah.
Sure. Todd, Jesse Plemons.
What about him?
Great. Yeah.
I thought
Why
he
does
was a great
Jesse
character.
Plemons play some of the best a-holes ever?
Do you remember him in Like Mike?
He's just good, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
he was
a
the
child
bully
actor
in
there,
Like
yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
He's Todd in Breaking Bad, and he's just you hate him.
Have you ever seen him in Friday Night Lights?
Well, and I
where
just
he's the good, sweet little boy.
yeah.
I just watched Judas and the Black Messiah, and I hate him.
You hate
in that
him,
movie.
yeah.
Like, he is so good, and he's blowing up.
He's an unrecognizable guy. He's kind of like that guy. You know what I mean? But man, does he nails these roles that he's given. He's one of those actors you can tell relishes every opportunity that he's given.
Yes.
And he takes.
There's a Black Mirror episode with him.
And it's one of the best they've ever done. You talking about like the Star Trek one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the thing,
I
like,
just love to hate him.
he is. He just has a menacing face, and he has a great, just kind of straightforward delivery when he acts. And you could
It's
probably,
natural.
Yeah, you could probably put him up there as like one of the best character actors modern day right now, because he's not like a superstar like a Tom Cruise or Jake Gyllenhaal, but the roles he plays, he just steals the show, and he's just phenomenal.
He's great.
I need to watch that one with him. I'm thinking of Ending Things. It's a new Kaufman film.
Okay.
And he's in that.
Have you seen Game Night?
Yes.
Oh,
He's in
my
that.
God,
He's the
good.
neighbor, and
He's
he's
good.
hilarious. But he plays the same guy. He's just
Very
funny.
good.
Yeah.
Game Night was great.
A great movie.
Did you see him in Friday Night Lights?
Yes.
That's what I said. He's-
That's what I said.
Yeah, he does a great job
He's
there.
so good.
He is somebody to model a career after. Like, he's somebody that I would want to like follow his trajectory. It's like, I don't need to be the superstar, but just making a living acting, doing what
I
you
think
love.
we could do a whole segment. We won't get into
but-
it. We have to have you back.
Yes.
We could do a whole segment on actors that aren't very well known.
Yeah.
That are superstars.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
Talent-wise, superstar.
Yeah.
Superstardom.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Just think about that.
You're looking at 2 right now.
So I said Breaking Bad, Heroes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never got into Heroes.
Did you watch any of it? Or?
I think that is Hayden Panettiere.
And
in
that's
that?
what made her an A-lister, basically, was
Yeah.
Heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. Remember the Titans? She was pretty popular in that.
Yeah, but then she went 10 years with nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Heroes is great if superheroes existed in a modern society. It was a really great movie. TV show. Big Wolf on Campus. I grew up watching that on ABC Family. You all probably don't even know what that is. Does
don't even
anybody know
know
what
that.
Big Wolf on Campus is?
No.
It was like, it would premiere with like Goosebumps and like between Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, like in the 90s and early.
Those were great, too.
Actually, I think it was early 2000s, yeah. So that's all I got for you. I only put 3 down.
I
I'm trying
got
to think of 2 more.
I've got Breaking Bad as well.
Yeah.
And then I've got Smallville. Huge Superman fan.
You're a big Superman fan. You love Lex Luthor too.
I love Michael Rosenbaum. He's one of my favorite people.
yeah.
Shout out Michael Rosenbaum for being so awesome. Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic show.
Big fan base.
And then I've got The Walking Dead. Big Walking Dead fan.
bigger fan base.
And then this one, if I could grow up in any TV show, if I could have the friend group from any TV show, that 70s show. I mean, I am Eric Foreman. We talked about Star Wars obsession. We talk about action figures. Like, we talk about a dad that wants to put his foot in my ass all the time. Like,
I'm going to throw something else out here at you. Okay? Hope you're ready for this.
oh no.
Donovan, you have kids?
I do not.
Okay. When you get kids, you'll really appreciate this. It's a cartoon, Bluey.
Bluey.
Never heard of
If
Blue.
you haven't heard of it, do yourself a
Never
favor.
heard. It sounds new.
We
It's
watched
newer.
Blue's
There's
Clues.
only 2 episodes. 2 seasons. It's a Disney show, but it is low key genius.
Wow.
Low key genius.
Is it for kids?
It's one of those cartoons that is for kids but for adults.
Like SpongeBob.
It's
Okay.
If you have kids, it is the most relatable show.
Huh, okay.
I'm not kidding.
Interesting.
I'm not kidding.
With that high of praise, I'll check it out.
and the
then.
episodes are only 8 minutes long.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
Season 1 True Detective.
Ooh.
Solid. I don't know if I've been more terrified at the end of a like when the big reveal is, like when they have the big standoff. I was absolutely
I
terrified.
honestly think Carrie did a good job of directing that.
Yes.
And it's amazing, but what made that show is the chemistry. Like the story's really not that crazy.
Yeah, they're just
But
finding a serial killer.
McConaughey
Yeah.
and Woody Harrelson's chemistry.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson is one of those other actors that you were talking about. He is so criminally underrated.
Yeah.
He is so good. He is so
Woody
good.
Harrelson. And I mean, they're best friends in real life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is I recently read Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights.
Oh, how was it?
I recommend getting the audiobook and listen to him read it. It's
Okay.
amazing. But did you know he started the reconnaissance thing?
No.
No, wait, Woody Harrelson did?
No. Matthew McConaughey
Oh.
started his own. So like he decided he wasn't going to be a chick flick actor anymore.
Yeah.
So he took several years off. Told his agent, "Don't send me anything unless it's serious." 3 years, people stopped calling. He turned down like 60 films.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And finally, they called with True Detective, and it was a hit. And an interview, someone was interviewing. He's like, "Yeah, some people are calling it the reconnaissance." So he made it up and
That's
then
cool.
told
That's
them.
crazy.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome. It really is one of the most like diverse modern actors. Like he's done so much phenomenal stuff. Yeah.
I
Go
can't-
McConaughey. And now he's thinking about running for public office, isn't he?
I think he is.
He's thinking about running for governor of Texas, I think.
I don't know if there's thinking. I think it's
going to
happen. I think it's going to happen. Good for him.
Yep, go.
Yeah.
Do it, buddy.
If Arnold can do it. Surely
Arnold,
Matthew McConaughey.
Jesse Ventura, another like celebrity governor. Who else?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, Caitlyn Jenner's running for. I think she's going to run for
On Reagan.
Reagan too.
Yeah, Reagan. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nixon was an actor.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
No, he was a TV.
But yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, she's running for governor of California, I think.
Apparently, she got advice from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Probably, yeah.
Can you imagine?
This is what you have to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing an impersonation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Do it. So, anything else you want to go over?
I think I'm good. It's good.
good?
It's good.
It's good.
Who's that? It's good.
I know
It's
the
good.
quote.
It's good. Come on, it's
I know the quote.
God.
I really don't.
Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Ah,
jeez.
yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Bruce Almighty.
What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
It's Pet Detective, Ace Ventura, or
It's not Dumb and Dumber?
it's Dumb and
Love
Dumber,
Dumb and Dumber.
or Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
I brought something for you.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I brought something for you.
Is it another watch?
No.
Oh, well.
All right,
I
so
don't
hold
want
on.
it. Then don't
I
want it.
I give a lot of people some gifts.
Okay.
I brought you something that
I really don't know what
I
this
don't know if you have one.
is. Is it a box of cereal?
No, it's not a box of cereal. It is sentimental to me, but I love you so much. I wanted you to have a Michael Jackson Thriller album.
That's incredible.
And what I want you to do is look dead in that camera,
Yeah.
and I want you to tell our friend Todd Bratcher.
This one?
I don't care where you look, but look right in it and tell Todd Bratcher, Michael Jackson, and I want you to say it like this, Michael Jackson is better
is better
than Prince.
than Prince.
And I want you to take this.
And it's really not even close.
Oh, thank you for that. Now kiss it.
On the lips?
Well, you don't have to do that.
Kind of. I mean, this could be me. Kind of, right?
I got you something
I
else.
gotta get the perm out. Let me get the pick.
I got you something else. First off, before... Oh, my gosh. That's pretty good.
Got to be starting something.
I think I want to be
Yeah.
starting something.
That's not on this album, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's number
It is?
one. It's the number one song on this album. Well, not number one like selling. It's number one.
The world's biggest selling album of all time. That's
all time.
incredible.
Yep.
Yep, Thriller, man. Can't hang with it.
Can't hang with it. Nobody can hang with it.
It literally is the first song on the album.
I can tell you the whole song. All right, it goes, want to be starting something. Baby be mine. The girl is mine. Beat
Gosh
it.
done did it.
No, Thriller. Beat it. Billie Jean. Human Nature. And then it's the special songs. Give me a hint.
PYT.
PYT.
And then The Lady in My Life, yeah.
You
Thank you,
are
dude.
the-
This was really cool. Thank you.
I don't even know if you have a record player, but I thought it'd be fun for you to have.
I don't, but one of my best buddies, Nathan, does, and we listen to records all the time.
I can-
spin that vinyl.
That's fine by me. I got something else for you. Before we close the show out, though,
Yes.
I just wanted to see if you would, number one, be willing to come back.
Absolutely.
Good.
This was awesome.
This is so fun, isn't
Of course, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, this is great.
What'd you think, though? Other than being fun, like,
Just about the whole process.
yeah, the whole
everything?
vibe, like the setup, the guys, like, what do you think?
Booba, Andrew, like everybody's great, so it's great. I would love to do this again.
You're
It's
too kind.
huh?
You're too kind.
Yeah.
We're working on a surprise for everybody, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hopefully we'll have you back when we have the surprise.
I'm in.
Sounds good to
I'm
me.
in. I would love to do it, and we'll get some fun segments and have like some reoccurring themes or something. That
Speaking
would be
of fun segments, we're gonna end this show.
You're probably going to need to tune that.
Nah, he's already got it auto-tuned.
Yeah.
We're gonna end this show.
Just call me Yeezy. Yeezus.
We're gonna end this show the way that Donovan and I used to run around Longhorn Steakhouse here in Bowling Green. Oh, that sounds good. In honor of the Michael Jackson Thriller album, let's do a quick little ditty.
Oh, you want to do it? You want a little quick one?
Give me my starting pitch, though. So for those of you that don't know, I used to impersonate Michael Jackson.
And he was great. John, I literally do dances at parties that you taught to me. With Michael, when you did the Michael Jackson impersonation, I literally do moves, and people think I'm a good dancer because of what you taught me. But then I'm like,
ridiculous.
don't ask me to do another dance.
I only know this.
I got the like the Like the feet shuffle you showed me?
Yeah. Let's do the first verse. Todd Bratcher, this is for you. We love you. One of my favorite people in the world. They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna be here, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and the words are really clear. So beat it, beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna be a boy, you rather be a man. You wanna act up, better do what you can. So beat it. I'm not doing the chorus, it's too high, baby.
Oh.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Just a great riff. Eddie Van Halen there.
So good.
Reportedly, he didn't even
he didn't rehearse.
Yeah, like he didn't even really want to do that solo, like because they were both really hot items at the time. But then he just kind of did it on a whim.
I think it was a respect thing. He didn't. I think when Michael wrote the song, I think Eddie Van Halen was essentially like, Michael, I cannot come in here and do a solo on your music. And Michael was, I want it.
Yeah.
I want you to do this, so do it.
And now it's easily one of the
most recognizable
guitar solos in history.
One of the riffs. So we're going to end this show. We're going to end on one of my favorite songs. Oh, we're going to do that one?
No, we're not.
No, we're going to end on one of my favorite songs. Freebird. No, not Freebird. That was a good vibrato.
Oh, I got the vibrato for days.
If I leave here with you, girl. Why did I go Creed on that? Would you still remember me? Jesus. What's wrong?
That is great.
Use the Duke Cannon soap to hold up your phone. Another thing that Duke Cannon does that other products do not do, Duke Cannon can hold your phone up. Thank you, Duke
I
Cannon.
really don't even need it. Now you got me wanting to play Creed.
No, don't
we're
play
not,
Creed,
right?
please. Fuck. Sorry, Mom. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. I love you. Seriously.
I love you too,
I'm
buddy.
so happy you did this. Take us out, Donovan. Thank you guys so much. Episode 3 is in the books. Check this guy out. Thank you.